What's going on, comic fans? It is Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. Today we're going to look at upcoming books coming out at the start of 2021. Really, I'm going to look at books January through June, around that. Pretty much going to look at books that I've seen so far that I know for sure I'm going to be interested in. These may not be books that everyone's interested in, and I may not mention books you're interested in. The great thing about this is we can all write down below what our most anticipated books are. So please do let us know down in the comment section below what books you're looking forward to the most, so other people can, you know, see those as well and start considering those as well. There are so many books coming out. Today I just wanted to look at the oversized hardcovers, basically Omnis, Absolute editions, library editions that are coming out that I'm very, very, very interested in. Before we get into that, I do want to quickly mention, as you guys can see, I got a new mic here. I don't have to hold the mic up to my face anymore. It's pretty great. Big shout out to my boys for getting this for me on my birthday this year. But yeah, so before we get into it, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is what we do on a regular basis. A lot of overviews, reviews, top fives, top tens, upcoming comics, all sorts of stuff. Overviews, custom binds, especially now with the year of the custom bind coming. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a Patreon as well where we do hardcover comic giveaways every month. At the end of every month, we basically take all the money we've got from our patrons and we just give it away. We pick a winner. They decide what they want, whether it's deluxe editions, omnis, absolutes, whatever it may be. And that's how we roll. For every dollar you give, you basically get a single entry into the drawing at the end of each month. And we give away digital codes whenever we can, as well as we get them throughout the months, picking up regular comics and all that. But let's get into some of the upcoming books in 2021. The first half of 2021 I'm very excited for. First up is Jonathan Hickman's, well, really it's a lot of people, X of Swords. This is going to be the sort of hardcover that's going to collect the entire event. I'm not going to list out all the issues of all the titles it has here. I think no, this listing looks right. This one looks right. This looks like the correct solicitation. Looking at $100 cover price. I'm really looking forward to this one. I've been reading Jonathan Hickman's X-Men since the House of X, Powers of X mini series collaboration crossover story. And as soon as I saw this hardcover was coming out, I said, all right, I'm not going to buy singles anymore. I'm not going to custom bind this event. It's so much cheaper to get this oversized hardcover. I'm very excited for it. I've heard mixed things about the event in general, but I'm putting my faith in Jonathan Hickman. I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. It's got a killer list of artists on here. I'm very excited to check that out and get my grubby little hands on it. Next up, 100 Bullets Omnibus Volume 1. This is going to collect the first 58 issues. Honestly, I don't know what they're going to... I gotta hope there's going to be a Volume 2. That's my biggest problem with any of these DC Omnis now, is I just don't know if there's going to be a Volume 2. And by the time you know there's going to be a Volume 2, Volume 1 is out of print. But I am really looking forward to this one. I like Brian Azzarello's 100 Bullets. It's great. I really, really like it. But between the art and the story, it's great. I know some of the dialogue can be a bit strange and a bit odd, and I wonder if it's aged well. But we'll find out. We'll find out for sure. I'm looking forward to this one. It's a beast of an omnibus, which I also don't like. $150 cover price coming in January. In February, we're going to get the Dr. Aphra omnibus. Star Wars title, of course, is written by Kieran Gillen, with a few other writers as well. I personally haven't read this. I've really enjoyed the Star Wars stuff coming out of Marvel ever since they basically got the intellectual property thanks to Disney. Things like, the Jason Aaron run of Star Wars, the Kieran Gillen run of Darth Vader. I've very much enjoyed those. So I've heard great things about Dr. Aphra. I'm very excited to pick this up. This collects 40 issues of Dr. Aphra, 3 annuals, a handful of issues of Star Wars and Darth Vader as well. Crazy amount of content. $125 cover price, 1,240 pages. This is going to be a nice one. I'm really looking forward to it. Next up, Superman by Grant Morrison. They're considering it the Superman by Grant Morrison omnibus, but they didn't collect, All-Star Superman in it. I thought they would have just thrown it in there, honestly. I understand they're just collecting Action Comics here for the new 52 run, but I thought maybe they would have thrown in All-Star Superman because it's Superman by Grant Morrison, but it's what it is. They want you to pick that up separately. This comes out late February, $75 cover price. You're getting 20 issues here. It's what it is. There are mixed reviews about Grant Morrison's Action Comics. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Not his best work, but not his worst work either. Not the worst Superman run at all, by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm excited for this one. I'm looking forward to it. I love Grant Morrison though, so take that bias as you will. Next up is the World of Black Hammer Library Edition Volume 2. This comes out also late February. This is, it's the World of Black Hammer. It's Black Hammer. If you guys don't know by now, if this is your first video from our channel that you're checking out, I really love Black Hammer, one of the best comic series I've read in a very, very long time. I'm very, very excited about this library edition. We've already got volumes 2 and 3, which I'll be talking about soon, solicited. So in this one, we're getting the Quantum Age and Black Hammer 45. So you're looking at like 8 issues, I think, here in this oversized hardcover format. Of course, you're getting a bunch of extras, sketchbook stuff, all that. I mean, it's like $50 cover price. You're not breaking the bank on this book, and it's a library edition size book, which is the size of an absolute edition for those of you that are unaware. Coming in at 300 pages. So honestly, not bad, all things considered. And I love Black Hammer. I just can't wait to see what's going on in this book. I haven't read these minis, so I'm very, very, very excited for it. Looks like we got some great creators on the book, so I'm really excited. Next up, Batgirl Returns Omnibus. DC's doing some weird stuff with these new 52 Omnis. They're calling them weird things. The Nightwing one, Prince of Gotham. Like, why don't we just call it Nightwing New 52 Omnibus? Anyway, I'm not a marketing guru. I'm sure there's some reason that nobody cares about that they did it. But we got Batgirl Returns here. This collects the New 52 run by Gail Simone. Collects the first 35 issues with the number 0 and annual features and stuff. Really, really great run. You get Barbara Gordon as Batgirl in this. Gail Simone's a fantastic writer. She really goes dark. She goes deep on the characters. She gets very emotional, but she's also a very funny writer. It all reflects really, really well in this run. I'm definitely going to be picking this up. I'm very, very much looking forward to it. I think Batgirl needs more Omnis in general. So many great runs on Batgirl. I'm glad we're finally getting this one. I do highly recommend checking it out. It's got a very weird name, but it's the New 52 run of Batgirl by Gail Simone. 2 thumbs up from me, Mike at the Hardcover Comic. Next up, another New 52 Omnibus, which they did decide to call the New 52 Omnibus, which is Swamp Thing. This comes out in March. This is a no-brainer for me, man. I mean, I've got the deluxe edition of Scott Snyder's Swamp Thing. Really enjoyed that, but the Charles Soule run arguably is better, which came right afterwards. So you're getting 40 issues of Swamp Thing annuals, a bunch of one-shots, features, and you get a couple issues of Aquaman in there as well. Although I don't know, and Animal Man, good. I do see it in the solicitation. Good, they put Animal Man in there. A couple crossovers there, Rot World and that sort of Aquaman crossover. I forget what it's called, what that story arc is called. It's really good, though. Jesus Saiz on artwork. Really love this run from start to finish. All 40 issues are fantastic. Scott Snyder starts it off really well, getting into the horror aspect of Swamp Thing, and arguably Charles Soule elevates it even more. He gets really cool with the ideas. He brings Jason Woodrue back into the picture. You get to see sort of a Machine Kingdom as well. Very fascinating stuff. Great artwork all the way throughout. Can't wait to have this on my shelf. Next up is another library edition. This is the Ether Library Edition. This is a title by Matt Kindt with artwork by David Rubin. This collects sort of the trilogy of Ether. There were 3 minis that came out from Dark Horse. Ether 1, 2, and 3. And this basically collects all of it. Really great story. It's been a while since I read it, but it's very cosmic sci-fi. I'm very excited to read it. I love David Rubin's artwork. It's a little stylized, might not be for everyone. It can get a little cartoony, but I'm personally a big fan. I love Matt Kindt. I love library editions too. I mean, this is almost a no-brainer for me. It's like $50 cover price. Super easy choice for me. I mean, you get 15 issues, so again, it's not going to be a massive thing, but it is the size of an absolute edition for that price. I mean, you really can't go wrong. Next up, coming out in May, we got Superman by Peter J. Tomasi and Patrick Gleason. I cannot recommend this book enough. I'm really glad we're getting 2 killer Superman Omnis next year, at the first half of next year. There are a few others coming out as well. I just didn't put them on my list because I didn't, I'm not going to be getting them. But Peter J. Tomasi's run, incredible, absolutely incredible. One of my favorite, probably one of my top 2 Superman stories of all time. Gleason and Tomasi just crushed it from art, story, everything. I love John Kent. I love his relationship with his parents. I love seeing him grow up here. It's great. You get Superman. This is the Rebirth title, the Rebirth volume of Superman, if you will. You get 39 issues of Superman, plus 42 through 45. Teen Titans, couple issues of Action Comics 1000, Super Son, Superman Annual. You're getting a bunch of content in here. Looks like a $125 cover price if I'm doing that conversion in my head correctly. So I can't recommend this enough. This is definitely, of all the books I'm going to talk about today, this is definitely one that I say is a must read, especially if you've not been a fan of Superman and want to get into him. This is the book to do it for you. Next up, we got the Lock and Key House Compendium. This comes out in June. This was delayed a lot, so I don't even know if it's going to be available in June truly, but it collects pretty much all of Lock and Key without the miniseries. It seems like, at least based off of the IDW website that I'm showing you here, it says it collects the acclaimed series in one massive hardcover collection. I think in the past someone mentioned it is going to collect the minis. Maybe it will. If it does, great. Otherwise, I'm still going to pick it up. Looking at around 1,000 pages. Collecting all of Lock and Key. I haven't read that series in a while. I'd love to again. Very pumped for that. In June, we got The World of Black Hammer Library Edition Volume 3. That's right. There's within 2 years we're going to have 5 library editions for Black Hammer. Spectacular. I'm very, very excited for it. This is going to collect a few more other miniseries. So it's going to collect Cosmic World, Cosmogog, Colonel Weird Cosmogog, and Barbalian Red Planet. So these are 2 minis that I think, I think Colonel Weird just got wrapped up recently as of this recording, and Barbalian's just getting started. So they're way ahead here in terms of what they're going to be soliciting and selling. I know there are a few other minis as well that still need to be collected from the Black Hammer universe, and they continue to pump out more. I recently saw that Scott Snyder, Jeff Lemire, and David Rubin are going to be doing one. I mean, there's going to be plenty of library editions coming in the future, and I can't wait. Love me some Black Hammer. Can't complain about that. Coming in July, this may be June because it's the Amazon here that I'm showing, but Fourth World by John Byrne. I'm excited for it. I mean, I love the Fourth World stuff. I love John Byrne. I've never read this before, so maybe it's not very good and it's going to be totally worth skipping. But I really love Orion. I love the Walt Simonson stuff. I can't wait. I'm excited for it. I don't know very much about this, but it's Fourth World and it's John Byrne, and it's got me excited. It looks like it's going to collect New Gods 12 through 15, Jack Kirby's Fourth World 1 through 20, and Genesis 1 through 4. Looks pretty good. I'm excited for it. We'll see what happens, whether it actually comes out or not in the future. Another book in June is Madman Library Edition Volume 1. I cannot tell you how happy I am about this. The Madman books, there have been a few editions out recently. They're all very expensive now and very out of print. I don't know what the cover price is in US here. Probably around $100 is what you're looking at. But I mean, you're getting, it doesn't sound like a lot. You're getting the first 3 issues of Madman, the original series, Madman Adventures, and Madman Comics 1 through 10. But if I'm not mistaken, this library edition is actually around 900 pages. I am mistaken. It's around 700 pages, which is still pretty good. It's still pretty good. I suspect there are going to be 2 more library editions, but I may be wrong. Either way, I'm very excited to see what we get here. This is something I talked to Matt about in this solicitation. It says the 6-volume Madman Universe Omnibus Library Edition series. Does that mean there's going to be 6 total library editions? There's no way. There's just not enough material for it unless they start making wafer thin ones. Either way, I'm excited for it. I trust Dark Horse to release everything, so I'm going to be diving into that for sure. Next up, the last book I'm going to talk about is The Incredible Hulk by Peter David. I already have these books in custom binds, so I'm not going to be picking this up, but this was an omnibus set I've been waiting for a long time before I had the custom binds, and I know a lot of people have been, so I do need to mention it because it's The Incredible Hulk by Peter David, one of the most monumental runs of all time on any character. Look, we're going to get 401 through 435 here, annuals 19 through 20. Incredible Hulk vs. Venom, Future Imperfect, Tales to Astonish, Ashcan Edition, material from the Holiday Special in 1991, number 3. This comes out in May. It looks like cover price of $125. I mean, can't go wrong with it. I've heard the first 2 Omnis are fantastic. I wish I had my custom binds because I'd really love to read it, but unfortunately, no such luck at the moment. But those are the books I am most excited for. There are a lot of other books, like I said. I'm not going to go over them all because there's just not enough time, and I'm not that interested in them. But you let us know what books you missed that you are interested in. Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We do a Patreon. We do have a Patreon where we do giveaways every month, so check that out. Link in the description down below. If you want merch or you're interested in getting a dust jacket design completed, hit us up on our email. Thank you all very much. This is Mike from the Hardcover Comic. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're not, wish you all the best. Come in as soon as possible. Holiday season's right around the corner. Hope everyone's doing well. Until next time, as always, you stay classy, Internet.